Birthdays and anniversaries. 23rd, we have Warren Brown and Corey Michael, both celebrating their birthdays. And then spouse birthdays on the 22nd, Corinne Llewellyn. And on the 25th, Marie Vieira. So happy birthday to everybody. We have no anniversaries, no anniversaries this week. And Katie's gonna tell us a little bit about two things.
President Lori Keller Rivarian. I'm gonna pass around a sheet. It says Strider Bikes at Rusty Jeffries. Those of you that were here last year during grant time, remember that we remember that. I promise I didn't make the week for that, but we do. That we gave money to Rusty Jeffries for their bicycle Strider Bike service program. I got an email from Nick that they are complete. And he invited 2 people per day to come by, and you can observe, you can assist, you can be entertaining, I'm sure. But I'm the time frame, and if it's already full and you want our facilities, put your name beside it, we'll see where we go, because I think it's a little bit flexible. So we'll start asking that. Next is Gala Hat. Remind me that we do need sponsors. Appreciate those of you that have stepped up to my email. And we also need RSVP who are not attending. We definitely need to know that. And if you need tickets, we also put them. So it's going to be a great time. We have circus tents going in, so it's going to go a little nervous. I think we might have a bearded woman. But if anybody else wants to do that, let me know. I think we're good though. So it's gonna be a fun night, and everybody needs a break soon. So cheers to that.
Are you gonna be able to juggle on time?
No, Michelle's not. Michelle's ready.
I got stars.
She juggles stars.
Anyone else have any announcements to share? Okay, cool. We're right on announcements. All right, happy dollars. More around, Jamie. Who's happy?
I'm happy because I think John's happy. After what he said last week, it seemed to work about people attending. It's better. It's better. Still got ways. We got a way to go. It's not bad.
Oh, you might have passed it.
I'm happy to be here with you all. I don't get to as many meetings as I would like. A few months ago, I sort of started a lifelong dream of mine. I've always wanted to be a teacher. All my aunts were teachers, and I thought it was such a noble profession. I used to see them, and they were always happy, and they were always giving back to their communities, to their towns. They'd come home and they'd talk about like their kid, you know, with Jimmy, he's acting up, he's kind of a rascal. The little Susie makes up for that, you know. So I teach 8th grade math at Marshall Middle School, so I don't get to as many meetings as I'd like. Brett, we've been in that space in the gym for about 16 or 17 years. So you know, I lived in Fauquier for 15 years before moving here to Front Royal. So really, it's just great to be with you all. So we're blessed. You know, we're still here 17 years later. Thanks for putting up with me and being patient for my lack of attendance.
Hi, Eli Goodman visiting from Springfield, Illinois. When I first visited Front Royal in 1970, I know several people in this great town, including Alan Meyer. So sorry about that. Nice to meet
Alan's our travel correspondent. Last year he was on a gator boat.
I'm busy.
He's everywhere.
I'm hoping
been able to be here for the past 2 weeks. I'm really happy to be here this week, so I'm $2 and 1 free.
Just got back from a trip to Savannah, Georgia, and it was bitter cold there the first few days. It was a bowling summit, and really learned a lot there. My daughter attended 50, learned a lot.
All right, go get me the attendance report.
Yes, President Lori, fellow Rotarians, and guests, today we have 34 members in presence, 5 online, and we have 1 visiting Rotarian, Eli Goodman, and 5 guests, and I will start out with my guests today. Tom Kiblahan with Fortress Firearms Manufacturing, all the United States, and Nick.
President Lori, as fellow Rotarians, it is my distinct pleasure to introduce Lewis as co-jamboree.
Welcome. Welcome to both of you.
Dan, would you like to introduce your guest?
President Lloyd, fellow James, this is Brittany Trevis, and she's a quick hire.
Welcome, Brittany. Thank you for coming.
President Lori, fellow Rotarians, it's my pleasure to introduce Eric Fritz, who's Warren County Sheriff's Office. You're here last week. On that.
Oh,
You did.
President Lori, fellow Rotarians, my guest today is Sarah Kowski with Air Serv and Mr. Rubin.
I'll give you some of your back there.
Oh.
I do want to add, Mr. Goodman was telling me when I spoke to him earlier that the last time he was here 6 or 7 years ago, he brought us a flag, which is up there from the Springfield Sunrise Club. So he's brought the club to us. We exchanged with you at that time.
Yes.
So
We got your flag.
thank you for coming back and visiting us again. All right, without further ado, I'm going to get out of the way because I feel this man's going to need the whole board. I'm going to turn this over to Jack Pozo-Olano with Fitness Evolution. And he is going to help all of us be very fit by the time we reach spring close.
All right. Thank you, President Lori and fellow Rotarians. My name is Jack Pozo-Olano. I am one of the partners at Fitness Evolution. Just a little bit about me. I grew up in Northern Virginia. I grew up in Boston for about 10 years old. Then my dad in Washington, D.C., Northern Virginia area. We moved the family back. So I think we've been in Virginia for about 45 years. I grew up in Northern Virginia, and that's how I got my start in the fitness business. I worked for Gold's Gym, one of the more successful Gold's Gym franchisees in the U.S. They own 9 clubs in the D.C. market. I managed the largest Gold's Gym on the East Coast, and then eventually I decided, I got to do my own. So we did a first gym in Richmond, and Culpeper, Warrington, we bought the territory rights here at Front Royal, and then for all of you who've been in Front Royal long enough, that was a Gold's Gym, right? But then a few years back, we rebranded and we brought our own logo for Fitness Evolution. There's no point in paying the franchisor any more money, for when everyone knows Casey and Jack. Jack Gym, there's no point in having Gold's Gym. So all that being said, fitness. Whether it's good, bad, or indifferent, 60% of the U.S. right does not. 63% of the U.S. does not belong to a gym, and that's okay, right? Because a lot of people run outside, cycle, right? Or maybe they do some other sports. But the fact is, guys, that there are 4 components of fitness. And so even if you don't join a gym, I brought some props and I can show you some things you can do at home. Okay? I brought some props. I'm not here to hawk fitness or anything like that. But you know what? We put money into our cars, right? Needs an oil change. The tires run down low on rubber. I gotta spend $900, $1,000 on those tires now. They're about $220 some a piece. That's how you unload them, right? They have a disposal fee. Yeah, right, $5,000. All right. So there are things that we do in life. We take care of that car. Well, we only have one vehicle that we were given, and it's this one. Yet people don't take care of it. And I think that it is time to really think about that. All right? So you don't want to get off that cholesterol medication. You want to get off the blood pressure medication. Right? No one likes to do those things. Right? They only make you feel bloated. So there are 4 components of fitness, okay? And the first is cardio. All right? So if anyone came into my gym and they said, Jack, I've never been to the gym. I haven't had workout since I was in high school. What can I do? The first thing I'm gonna say is, okay, your heart's a muscle just like any other muscle. So if that's not healthy, everything else is going down here, okay? So 3 days, 4 days a week, minimum of 30 minutes each time. Let's do some cardio, all right? Not only are we gonna get ourselves heart healthy, but we're gonna increase our caloric burn, okay? We all eat basically the same foods every day, right? I eat pasta like one night, like ground turkey or pasta, right? Or I have like a salad. I have, our diets don't change. So our caloric input is pretty steady, right? So even if you could just continue maintaining what you eat, but all of a sudden I'm burning more calories on the treadmill, fast walking for 30 minutes. I'm doing that with the watch for 30 minutes, right? I'm going to increase my caloric burn. And if I have calories in coming in steadily, but now all of a sudden I've introduced something that's going to help me increase my caloric output, what has to happen? You have to strain. That's exercise physiology, okay? It's like the sun rising in the east and setting in the west. Less calories in, more calories out, you're going to get smaller. Now, unfortunately, right, some people, and it's like, we have kids, we get on the career track, right? And we don't take care of ourselves. What's the first thing we give up? We take care of ourselves. But we're still eating, right? And I don't know if you remember, but I remember there was a time, this is a few years back, you would go to like a restaurant, and then they serve you a plate of food that's like on a steering wheel. And you're like, whoa, what kind of portion is that? Right? This is the best restaurant I've ever had. And they give you like this, feel great, but you don't want to do that because our portion size is a little bit bigger. So if I could even give you one just little piece of advice, is that if you can find 2 things that you can live without, just 2 things, right? You're going to decrease your calories. Right? We all have 2 things that we can live without. Whether that's like a bagel. I like blueberry muffins, so if I ever get presented with a blueberry muffin in the morning, like at school or somewhere, I'm like, oh, blueberry muffin, right? I was like, but if I can live without that, I'll live without it. So just those are little things. Say calories in, calories out. So cardio. Second thing is weight training. Okay? Weight training, guys, lean muscle tissue is your body's natural fat burn mechanism. So the more lean muscle you have in your body, the more calories, the higher caloric burn. Basically, you're building a furnace. You ever have friends who are in phenomenal shape? We all have friends who are in phenomenal shape, right? You see them at their barbecues, and you're like, dang, John, you look good. And John's not doing anything, But John has incredible lean muscle tissue, right? And his furnace so hot that he could put a slice of pizza in there, and like in an hour, John's burnt off that pizza, okay? So what I would like you to do is if you don't want to join a gym, right? We could literally invest in some resistance, okay? Resistor bands, get the tension, and we can do bicep curls, right? Or if I wanted to do some shoulders, I could do some lat raises, right? Or if I want to do my posture muscles, and remember, guys, that's another thing. I can give you one more tip, okay? Chest up and abs tight. Whether you're seated, in a computer, shoulders internally rotated, driving down the road, all right? Everything that you can do today, if you can, chest up, abs tight. Sit like this, okay? That is an ab exercise in itself. You'll see that your abs are palpated just doing that. All right, so my mission is that we start pulling America back upright. All right, so we can cross these, chest is up, abs are tight, and we could do rear deltoids. Your posture misses. We can start bringing you back. Okay? You could invest in something like this, a resistable ball. Love the resistable ball. Get yourself a few little light weights. And you could be at home. Do yourself a little chest presses. Do some flies. And get really good. And little thing, the further out you are, it's easier to balance. Bring your feet in, closer to the ball, it's harder to balance. Guess what you have to use to keep your balance on this ball? Your core. Very good. Woo! Let's guess. Let's guess, get some free pass. So, or you guys could walk around your neighborhood, fast walk or jog. Chest up, abs tight. Keep your fist under your chin. Ears tracking over your shoulders, good posture. Don't wrench your neck. Wrenching your neck doesn't help your abs. Your ab muscle is called the rectus abdominis. It inserts in your pelvic, lower pelvis, and your lower rib cage. And the only way that you can work it out is to shorten it and lengthen. Every exercise in the gym is a shortening and lengthening, muscle fiber. Abs, right? Or if you're tired at night, my boss is killing me, my boyfriend is mean to me, just open up your chest and relax. All right, because you will open up your chest cavity, you'll feel all your stress go away. All right, so let's do just a couple little tips. So we have strength, and then we come down to personal assistance, and that is something that some of you probably have done in the past. Some people call it personal training, but everyone is shaped differently, right? I am very average shape, you know what I mean? I can walk into any store, I know a large shirt fits me. I know that pants will fit me, but everyone's shaped a little differently. So if you don't know what you're doing, it is a good idea to maybe use some personal assistance. You can maximize what you do, all right? And stay injury free. And then finally, guys, the last component of fitness, which is the hardest, is caloric input. All right, 70% of your results will come from how what you put in your body. All right, so even if I'm shocking my body with some exercise, I've gotten really active, I need to maybe make that one last final adjustment, which is think about how you can put yourself into a caloric deficit. All right, but that doesn't mean you have to starve yourself. What it really means is, and I wish you're right, Lori, I should have had a whiteboard. But think about it as, Carol's breakfast, Susan's mid-morning, this fine gentleman is lunch, Holly Rodenheiser's mid-afternoon, and Rachel Dodson's dinner. Okay, just think about vertical lines, right? Vertical lines. The majority of Americans, they skip breakfast. I'm too busy. You know what I mean? I'm not going to eat. The problem with doing that is that you have not added logs into your body. You have now going to put your body into a dormant state. So whatever you can do, grab a little something at Carol's vertical line. experiments. Half a cup of yogurt, a banana, mandarin orange, get something in there, okay? Because it's going to start your metabolism, your basal metabolic index, your BMI, right? Basal metabolic index. So then what happens when we get to the office? Busy, emails, right? Doing everything except thinking about my mid-morning with Susan Rawls. Susan Rawls probably deserves like a mandarin orange or some peanuts. Peanuts are high in protein, but low in fat. Saturated, it's unsaturated fat, right? Unsaturated fat comes from plants. Saturated fat comes from animals, right? So let's get some peanuts, put them in your desk and grab some peanuts, right? Now, Jim, the majority of Americans who skip their meals, what do you think happens when I skip Carol, I skip Susan, and then I have smiling Jim right here at one time? What happens? Man, I just start scarfing on that buffet, right? I start taking down that veggie pizza. I'll take some of the wings. I'll have some salad, and you know what? Throw in a Coke for that too. All right. So all of a sudden, Jim is just unraveling right now, right? I was like, oh, I'm tired. All right. Mid-afternoon, I'm tired. Well, that's because right now we're coming down. Guess what we need to do with Holly at mid-afternoon? We need to eat, yes. Holly's got carrots, she's got baby carrots, right? Holly's got baby carrots, she's got some celery sticks, maybe some peanut butter, right? Keep those in your desk, keep those in your refrigerator, and make sure you have mid-afternoon with Holly. And I guess what will happen when we get to Rachel? We won't be eating like madmen. Right? Because for everyone who gets stuck in their day-to-day, we all have our day-to-day. We all have our activities. I got life coming at me, right? Lori's child, senior, right? Takes up a lot of her time, roughly around 5:30, right? I'm busy, right? I'm busy at night. I gotta cook. Timmy's gotta go to soccer practice. You know what I mean? Oh my God. Rachel said that she forgot her homework and she needs like textbooks and supplies at Target. I gotta run to Target, right? Well, we skip all these meals, so some people, they get to Rachel and they not have anything. Well, trust me, you think that was crazy at lunch? As it gets wild. All right? So, all I can say, guys, is you don't have to starve yourself. But you have to eat periodically 5 times a day, every 2 hours, 2.5 hours. Put something in your body. Keep that furnace burning. Okay, guys? Now, anyone have any questions? I'd be happy to answer them. I know I've been jumping around up here like a madman. So, yes.
So that's the opposite of intermittent fasting.
Yes.
So
Intermittent fasting.
intermittent fasting.
So let's just say that Rachel is 8 o'clock in the evening. And you're right, Brett. There are some people who go from 8 to 12, right? Intermittent fasting. I tried the intermittent fasting. I have just because I wanted to educate myself more. And I think it can work, but I do think that just study a little, read up on it, make sure that it fits you personally, individually, because everyone's a little different, right? My metabolism fires pretty quickly, not as quick as it was when I was a young man, but I don't know, around, like that. So intermittent fasting may not work necessarily as well for me as it would like some other people. Yeah, but just for people, I think that are just getting into it, just to start, right, Brett? They're not like you who've been a gym user for a long time. Brett literally been a gym user for a long time.
I am not, I should not be a poster boy, Jack.
It's okay, because imagine if you were. All right, so. So, just think about this though, guys, right? Everyone's gonna have a jump off point, all right? And if you're really just starting, right? Let's just do the 5 small meals a day. And then we can start fine tuning some of the other things. My brother, who's the director of personal training over at the gym, phenomenal personal trainer, really one of those knowledgeable guys. he has dialed in that intermittent fasting. Sam, you've probably seen Juan walking around the gym, Brett, you have too. If you ever wanted to pick someone's mind on that, that guy's the one to talk to. He's an expert. Any other questions, please?
Tell us a little bit about what's happening at the gym.
At the gym, all right. Well, today's a great day at the gym, guys. My partners and I, we invested we had good investment, guys, in some new equipment. All right, and it's brand new cardio. It started arriving today. There's 2 more pieces of cardio equipment that will arrive next. But we have a brand new strength line of equipment. We've been here for 16, 17 years, guys, and I can tell you that this new line of strength equipment, and I'm going to encourage all of you, just come on by and try it. Everyone, your body is a really, it's a very efficient machine. It's going to distribute load in the easiest and most efficient way that it does. So when you see the lady at the grocery store at the Martins, and she's grabbing 4 bags right here, and then she's got to grab 4 bags here. You ever see her? She's just sort of like this. And then eventually your body will distribute that load to where she can go do it, right? They do it at the gym too, right? You see guys, women and men, they're trying to do weight. And so for example, every exercise for biceps is just a single joint motion called elbow flexion. Only one joint should be moving. Well, if you ever walk into the gym and invite you to come on by, you'll see people doing all this, and the body is using the shoulder, performing shoulder extension, it's performing spinal extension and hip to use as many joints to lift that weight, to make it easier, right? So guys, I curl 100 pounds, 100 pounds, you do it well, if you curl 100 pounds. Okay. So, right, I could make 40 pounds feel like 100 pounds. If you want to train with me, I'll train my brother, he'll even give you better exercise. But all that being said, we have this new strength equipment, and it has been developed with personal trainers and engineers. So if you sit in it, good posture, chest up, abs tight, and when you do your curl, it actually rocks back at the pivot point on the seat, and your body will move so that your elbows will stay in place as you move. And it's the same with the leg extension, leg curl, shoulder press, and the pull down. So anyways, guys, come on by. I'd be happy just to show it to you. No need, just to show it to you, and you can tell me how it feels. Because I'd love to know your opinions. I mean, Casey and I wanted to love to know. Yeah, so that's new at the gym. Oh, I did talk about one thing as part of your exercise is stretching and circulation. All right, muscles get tight. We all know that. We all know that a lot of us, as we work on laptops, unfortunately, women carry purses, so they're always like this and they're always like that. So we have mind-body classes. Everyone thinks that the gym just has gym weights and treadmills. No, we have great mind-body classes. I encourage you. Can you take them, don't you? Stretch your calves, stretch your hamstrings, space out your spinal column. It's phenomenal for you. It's phenomenal for your posture, right? As I told you, I'd really like everyone to think about now when they're driving. When you're driving around town, I'll be looking all over you. All right, anyways, yeah, but we can work on things like that. Spin classes. Oh, we brought in 2 new Peloton bikes, and the Peloton, everyone knows what a Peloton is, right? We prepaid, we took on the cost of the software, the program, so that you'll be able, so you don't do like mountain ride, but we have these Peloton bikes, and those are free for members, okay? There's a lot of things, guys. It's not just weights and treadmills, and I would be happy to talk about it all day long, obviously. Sorry. I think, any other questions? No? All right. Well, thanks, guys, for your time.
All right, I paid for membership and I set the alarms off when I go in, so I'll come back and see what you got here.
Thanks, Lori.
All right, let's see here. Let's see. Yes, we will. Who's on the winner for it?
Where the last three numbers were all
Oh, okay.
200552.
$10 or George. All right, next. Uh-oh, you're breaking things at the gym? George. All right, let's keep everybody on a roll. Come back next week. We are doing Paul Harris Fellows. I'm giving you the mid-year report next week. I promise I'll keep it lively. And we'll be right back here. So come back here next week. If you'll stand with me and recite the 4-way test. Of the things you think, say, or do. First, is true. Second, is fair to all concerned. Third, will build goodwill in their actions. Fourth, will be beneficial to all concerned. Thanks. Have a great week.